everyone, welcome back to another video. My name's Max and today is the second episode of my new Summercraft series. Last episode was all about painting on shells, but today I'm going to be making a beach hut ornament for the garden. You may have seen a while ago a video on my channel where I turned a bird box into an elf house, and I'm going to be using the same bird box this time. I hope you enjoy the video. And here is said bird box. It has many features such as a roof, and it also has a window hole, and it has this annoying bit that we are going to have to remove. Here are the blueprints. So this is what I'm planning for it to look like. I'm going to add these bits with clay, and I'm going to paint all of the front accessories a light blue, and then the roof is going to be dark blue and light blue, and the front edge of it is going to be silver. I'm going to stick sandpaper to the base of it so it looks like it's sitting on the sand. I'm also going to paint the main body of the house to make it look like it's made of white planks and give it these blue sort of side thingies. Now that the construction is over, we can start on painting it. To begin with, I'm just going to cover the whole thing in white as a base coat to make sure that the paint isn't see-through when I finish. I'm going to start by painting the roof. I mixed together a medium light blue colour for the base colour, I covered the entire roof in this colour, and this is where the white base coat helped a lot because it meant I didn't have to apply extra coats of the blue because the white had already blocked away all of the wood colour underneath. I also made sure to paint the undersides of the roof to make sure it looked finished, and this was quite difficult because I didn't want to get any paint on the actual house bit of the house, so I had to angle the brush quite carefully. This was especially important at the front of the house because the main body is going to be white anyway, so it will be difficult to cover up any mistakes that I make later. I then got the silver paint and painted the roof trim. This helped to vary the colours a little bit more. Turning back to the main part of the roof, I mixed together a darker blue and I used this to make a sort of planks texture on the top. I did an outline of the whole square bit and then I used a ruler to mark out where all the lines were going to go so that it looked even. But despite having perfectly straight lines for me to follow, I still managed to make the lines a little bit wobbly. I did the same thing on the other side, only this time I forgot to wait for the edges to dry first, so I did get a bit of paint on my ruler, which caused a bit of smudging, but I don't think you can even tell, so I don't think it matters that much. This time around, the lines were a lot straighter, probably because I had a little bit of practice with the other side. Once the roof had dried, it was time to start on the main body of the house. I painted the entire thing a pale shade of grey. This was because it was going to be sitting in the garden where there's a lot of dirt, and so if it was bright white it would be very easy to see all of the little dirt molecules on it, so this would make it last a bit longer. When painting the sides, I had to be very careful again not to get any paint on the roof because that would be very difficult to fix because it's underneath, and when it's tucked under it's harder to see where you're painting. And as you can see, I did get a little bit of grey on the roof and I had to go over that just then. After I'd painted the whole thing grey, I got a darker grey to use for painting the planks. I used a ruler and pencil again to draw out the lines to make it easier, and I was careful not to draw any lines or get any paint over the details like the windows and the starfish. The side parts that were meant to be blue ended up being grey because I thought that that would fit better with the background. I added the plank texture to all of the different sides. After that had dried, I could start painting on the windows and the starfish. This bit was quite fun. I used the same shade of blue that I used for the base of the roof. And I covered all of the front accessories with that colour. Because the windows are 3D and they stick out a bit, I had to paint the edges, which was quite difficult because that's only a very thin layer of wood and I didn't want to ruin the paint job underneath with blue paint. The hardest bit of the process was sticking down the sandpaper. You can't see it very well, but I had to recut all of the different sizes. I also painted the edge of the base with the same silver paint I painted the roof with, and I think that tied it all together and made it look a little more finished. Here's the finished house. I really like it. I think it goes with my other one really well. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe before you go, and I'll see you next time.